The other day I was listening to a sermon and I just wanted to share just some of the wisdom that I was able to glean from it. It's a list of how do you know you're in God's will? You'll know if you're in God's will if God's will benefits others. You're not in God's will if you're only benefiting yourself. When God raises you, it's so you can bless others. It's not going to be all about you. It's going to be more outward focus of other people and how he uses you. 2, God's will is based on his word. Our desires are often based on pleasures and comfort. So don't shift your principles based on feelings. First of all, you have to figure out what your principles are. And that having those principles is really going to help you have consistency in your life. Number 3, God's will is going to include challenges. Since in our humanly, fleshly desires, we desire comfort. And so oftentimes we'll seek comfort. But God is calling us to a life of sacrifice. And sacrifice is going to include challenges. So just have that as a marker that God's will is going to challenge us. And a verse, John 3:30 says, in the Bible, in John 3:30, it says, we must decrease daily so he can increase. So we decrease our flesh, our fleshly desires, our human desires, so that we can then increase his desires. The Holy Spirit then is going to be more prevalent, and we're going to be more likely to hear the Holy Spirit if we are subduing our flesh. A couple of quotes that he said. A crossless life is a Christless life. A life with no sacrifice is a life with no growth. A life without challenge is a life without effect or purpose. We need to be a testimony. A life without challenge is a life without effect or purpose. We want to be a testimony. Number 4, God's will requires faith. Oftentimes we desire certainty, and faith requires you to believe in something you can't see. You just believe and you trust in it. That's what faith is. It's not using our senses. It's not something you can see, touch, taste, smell. So it's going to require faith. We may not know what tomorrow holds, but we know who holds tomorrow. I hope that this really helps encourage you, and it helps you kind of find direction and knowing. Sometimes we don't know, like, is this God's will? But if we have this list, we can kind of use this as a checklist to see, are the things that I'm pursuing lining up with this list, to know, like, whether or not you're in God's will. So hope you have a blessed day. If you wouldn't mind just leaving a comment down below, write the word God's will if you agree with everything I'm saying, or maybe you don't agree with everything I'm saying. Let me know that this has encouraged you by commenting God's will down below. I hope you have a blessed day.